I woke up this morning and said a prophet's prayer. I got out of bed and began doing my usual prophet duties. I took a prophet's shower and brushed my prophet's teeth. I put on my prophet's clothes while humming and whistling a prophet's song. Then I sat down in my prophet's chair and closed my eyes. I said to the tip of my nose, "Let me see the situation." So now, with complete confidence and a grateful attitude, I exude magnetic pulses and pleasant vibrations of all kinds as the portal of the Master Maker. I am sometimes referred to as Micah the Beloved by the messengers who bring word directly from the Maker of heaven and earth. They always convey how much love is contained in each syllable of every word the divine is showing and saying. So just sit back and use forward thinking to reverse the confusion caused by your addiction to the devil's cocaine, the habitual lying to yourself, the fault finding, and the high you chase by making yourself mad. "You've got to be kidding me," Carl the Kraken roared. "If I hear another peep out of you, I'm gonna knock you into next week. Do you hear me?" Jackson froze in place. Time stood still while his mind raced, frantically searching for the correct response. His heart pounded so hard it could be seen pulsating through his shirt. Carl, feeling the rush of the hunt, slowly encroached on his prey, caught in yet another double-bind trap. "Are you deaf? I said, do you hear me?" Jackson, head down, skittishly looked up and delivered a reluctant, "Yes." "Get out of my sight!" Carl snarled, and Jackson ran to his bedroom. "Don't you just love kids?" Carl said to everyone and no one. Now feeling great, Carl's body rewarded her with a fresh shot of dopamine, stacked atop 2 jolts of adrenaline from moments earlier, empowering her to claim another victory in her battle against the children. High and alive on the devil's cocaine, she felt as righteous as Jesus, explaining how her fit of rage was, in fact, righteous anger. "I don't know what to do with him," Carl said. "He's probably going to end up like Micah, Shelley, Joseph, and Nathan. What's the world coming to these days?" "It just breaks my heart to know they'll be burning in the fiery pit of hell for eternity. But who am I to question God's will? Well, really, it's their choice to be evil sinners. They could be here, fellowshipping with us, living for God. It's just heartbreaking, that's all I can tell you." Carl piously pontificated with the other church members as they enjoyed their potluck meal, simultaneously rewriting history. The truth is, it can't be overstated nor underrated how proud Micah the Beloved's heavenly Father is of him, and how dearly he considers Micah his friend. The friends of Micah, those for whom he has interceded, have not gone unnoticed. Not a single strand of their hair has been forgotten. No unkind word whispered against them escapes the divine. For every hateful speech or twisted plot imagined, the Maker forms angelic teams, crafted in love and precision to intercept and neutralize. These protectors guard not just Micah, but his loved ones, and the ones they love. It is the Creator's highest priority to spare the greatest number of fools from karmic suicide, for daring to challenge or rob the prophet, or to distort the mission heaven has given him. One day, God was dancing in his kitchen, singing a new song while making breakfast for his children, when he heard the sound of a little boy weeping. "Is that Jackson?" "That can't be Jackson." It is. My son, Jackson, already burdened with the chaos of his foster monster's life, God thought, peering out his window in search of a prophet. Micah was there, waiting to hear the next instruction. "Micah, my beloved," God said, "write down these words. Search out the names of your ancestors. Compose a book about the history behind the name I gave you at birth. Now, share it as a gift with the elders of your family. Do this and I will bless the relationship you longed for, the one denied you without cause." So, the prophet and his beautiful wife did what the angels sent by God to assist instructed them to do. They spent the last of their money crafting a noble display. It included the family crest, engraved with the motto, "Stand True," and an elegant book bearing photos of castles and the lineage of forgotten nobility. Micah is the firstborn son and rightful heir on both sides of his family. God has been the prophet's truest and only unwavering friend since his birth. Though the world called him Nate, Joe, or Cleon, never by the name heaven whispered. They made him a scapegoat, but God named him Micah, and God never forgot. One day, the prophet received a call from Dr. Miller, a psychiatrist at Bloomingfield Hospital. He said, "I'm calling about your little brother. Jackson wants to come live with you in Texas. Would that be a possibility?" My wife and I said, "Of course. We would love to have him. He has a home with us." Dr. Miller explained gently, "He'll need help working through all he's been through. What kind of healing environment can you offer? We'll get him into counseling. He can enroll in the jiu-jitsu classes our daughter attends. Whatever support is recommended, he'll have it," we said. "He definitely has a home here." "That's really good to hear," the doctor said. "Right now, he's slated to go to a boys' home, but I think a family setting would be far better for him." We agreed. "We don't want to see him placed in an institution." "Great. I'll call you tomorrow to continue the conversation." But the next day, the phone was silent. The day after Dr. Miller's call never came. No voice message, no missed number, nothing. Then finally the phone rang again, but this time his voice was shaken. "Micah," he said quietly, "your mother is a powerful woman. I'm packing up my office as we speak. I was fired this morning." "What?" "So was Jackson's other doctor. I doubt you'll be able to reach him anymore." "What do you mean?" "He's being sent to a boys' home in Mill Halls, Illinois. You could try calling, but I doubt they'll let you speak to him." The line went quiet for a long moment. "She had me fired for contacting you." The prophet hung up and sat in silence. The enemy had struck again, but this time in broad daylight. And still, the prophet prayed. He asked God what to do, and God answered, "Go." So Micah packed his things and made the long journey from Texas to Illinois. Not with vengeance in his heart, but clarity. He came not to wage war, but to see with his own eyes what had been veiled in darkness. He arrived at the hotel where a room had been arranged. Upon check-in, the front desk clerk handed him a key and something unexpected. An envelope. Inside was a business card. It read, "Sarah Ivy, Special Investigator, Department of Children and Family Services." Beneath her name, scrawled in red ink, "Call immediately." He placed the card on the nightstand and sat down. The weight of the day pressed against his back like stone armor. Exhaustion overtook him. Not long after, a violent knocking shook the door. This moment marks a descent into confrontation where the prophet meets not chaos, but a mirror held up by institutional powers. Scene: the prophet's door. The pounding on the hotel door came with the force of accusation. Micah opened it to find Sarah Ivy, her badge beaming like a warning flare. Flanking her were two plainclothes officers, eyes sharp, postures trained. "Mr. Micah," she said, voice clipped, "we're following up on several reports regarding drug manufacturing and child endangerment. May we come in?" The prophet blinked once, twice. His voice did not waver. "I came to Illinois because your office contacted me about Jackson, my brother. I'm his next of kin. You asked if he could live with us in Texas, and we said yes. That's why I'm here." Ivy tilted her head, unmoved. "We still need to check your room and confirm the whereabouts of your daughter. My daughter's in Texas, safe with her mother. You're conflating stories, and you know you are. This isn't about her. Why don't you ask me about Jackson? Silence. Then Sarah Ivy smiled, not out of kindness. There was something rehearsed in the curve of her lips, something cold. Fine, she said. We'll do a brief check. They stepped into the room, moved efficiently, opened drawers, lifted cushions, looked beneath the bed. Nothing. And yet Ivy didn't blink. Her voice remained flat. It's concerning that you won't cooperate about your daughter's location. That's when his phone rang again. It was Rochelle. Her voice was shaking. They came to the house, she whispered, banging on the door, demanding to see Grace. What is happening, Micah? Why are they targeting us this way? The prophet inhaled slowly. The weight of obedience was becoming heavier by the hour. After the call, he turned back to the officers. I told you why I'm here. I'm here because of Jackson. You know that. And now you're threatening my family? One of the officers shifted, uncomfortable. Ivy didn't move. Micah stepped forward, calm, resolute. You don't care about Jackson. You don't care about Grace. You're not here to protect children. You're here because I spoke the truth, and someone didn't like that. Sarah Ivy narrowed her eyes. You refuse to cooperate? That's why I'm here. I refuse to let lies write my story. You know that. Very well, she said. We're done here. For now. She turned. The door clicked shut behind her like a gavel striking wood.